Buenos días a todos. Y'all didn't know I spoke Spanish, did ya? I do. Anywho, it is August 3rd. On my way to the office, but there will be a little bit extra in this vlog today. Finally, I will be doing one during my lunch break, installing my basket on the truck. Big deserves its basket. He's been wanting this basket. I'm gonna give him the basket. Done. Number 2, we're gonna be heading over to go watch the US women's national team versus Japan soccer football at the StubHub Center in the city of Carson. So we will be watching that game tonight, and also I'm going to try to meet Nettey and Nick there. Our tickets are also valid for the game prior, which is Australia versus Brazil. Not sure if I'm going to be able to make the whole game or what time they're going to get there, but our tickets are good for both. So we're going to drop off the kids with Jibby and Grant Nini and their aunts Lex and Diane. So they're going to hang out there, and we're going to go have a night out. Now, Nick is finally feeling somewhat better. Still has a pretty scratchy throat and everything, but I think the disease has left us. Exercise the demons. We're going to go have fun tonight. We deserve it. We've been beat the last 2 weeks. All of us have just been, Kids finally had a great sleep last night. They're acting normal again. So I think we're at that good point, and hopefully this weekend coming up we'll be able to do something with Nick's car too, because for the last 2 weeks that was the plan. We're gonna go find a little off-road trail and just see what we can do without knowing much yet. And the 2 weekends was, I was sick the first weekend and we had to finish the build, and then the second weekend was the kids got sick and I was still sick and Nick was just getting sick, so it just didn't work out. So we should be good. Like I said, heading to work first though. Gotta get paid, gotta make that money, work. But I just very excited about tonight. Something a little different, something feeling a little good. So onward, upward, arriba. Okay, that I don't ever say that, but that's straight racist cartoon Speedy Gonzalez, and yeah. All right. Okay, and real quick, I'm sorry. I know I kind of said, all right, let's get to work. This is kind of funny in a way. You know, when we're older, we'll laugh about it. As adults, I mean, when my kids are adults, you know what I mean. So, thing is, my kids had still been using pacifiers. You know, we tried to give it to them as a means to relax and go to sleep, but it went past that, and they would use it more often than not. So, both Nick and I had been concerned, more Nick than me, I'll be honest. I'm one of those kind of like, hey, you know what, if it calms them down, it calms them down kind of person, and maybe that's not the best way to go, or maybe it is, I don't know, everybody to each their own. But Nick has always wanted to get him off pacifiers, so what she did was actually started noticing the kids' teeth, and then she looked up what they call, I guess, pacifier teeth, or pacifier and teeth, I don't know. And what ends up happening, it creates a gap, and their teeth won't close. So she had noticed M's teeth weren't closing fully yet. So I think we caught it in enough time to make a difference. But so what she did, she pulled up pictures online and she showed the kids, and the kids actually think it's or Emery thinks it's actually her teeth. And there's a picture of it. So last night, both kids were going to bed, and Arden was like, last night, both kids were going to bed, and ABR was like, Dad, no passy, right? I don't need it. That's only for babies, all of a sudden, right? I was like, yeah, you're right. Knocked out, no pacifier. Usually he's always like, I need a passy to go to sleep. And then Emery asked Nick, while she was with, EGR asked Nick if she can see a picture of her teeth. So Nick showed her that, and then she fell asleep, no pacifier. And now both of them are pacifier free today. So we'll see if it keeps going. We both saved the photos on our phone because we both saved the photos on our phones because EGR does not forget anything, and she will ask to see those pictures again. So we're going to make sure that we supply that photo to anybody that's taking care of them that would usually use a pacifier with them. So Wito, Jibby, anybody. Just, look at this is how your teeth are going to look. It's going to make holes in your teeth. And, yeah, so it's working. I'm hoping Nick figured out how to scare him straight and no more passing, because as a parent, and parents, you understand, you got to take so much crap with you everywhere. I mean, just the car seats alone are bad enough. So if you can get rid of one thing, why not, right? Especially a thing like a pacifier, because yes, it's good for what it's made for, but what ends up happening is they become more for comfort, and the kids don't understand that, and they use it all the time, and pacifier teeth are real. So heads up to parents have kids that have small teeth that are coming in, and continue giving them pacifiers. I'm not saying not to give them pacifiers at all. I'm not saying not to use it all the time. That's up to you. Again, your kids, not my kids. But just be aware that that's something that could happen to your kid, because their teeth are still growing. Their gums are very malleable. I hope I said that right. I think I did. Ding. And, yeah, it can form their teeth very badly. And not being able to close your front two teeth seems like a very big deal when you start thinking about eating and doing all that other stuff, right, guys? So, alright, now let's get to work. Alright, so back at work safely, and as always, I'm running a little late. Need to get in. And so ends another lovely day at work. Now I'm ready to go watch US beat Japan. Alright, first things first. And like that, big baby is great. I need to change because we're going to go watch the women's national team versus Japan. I can't go dressed like this, so can't catch us, baby. Let's go, USA! So I was super nervous I was gonna be scraping. Luckily, cleared it. So I honestly don't know once I put the tire on top if it's gonna work at parking it here, but luckily that's why I have the Mini. The Mini is my daily. The idea is that's the car I bring everywhere because it's easy to park. It doesn't use that much gas. And yeah, so heading out to the to StubHub Center. You can watch U.S. Women's National Team play right now. Nikk and Nettey are actually on their way already. Our tickets were valid for both the Brazil game versus Australia and the U.S. versus Japan because they're both playing on the same field, same day, just different times. I believe the first game already started, so I'll probably miss the bigger portion of that game, but I had to get some stuff done. Like I said, my manager was going to be on vacay all next week and the week after, so we had tons of stuff we had to talk about and make sure that we had on point. So it's all good. It's all good. As long as I get to watch the U.S. play, that was my bigger goal that I was going for. So let's get over there and have some fun. And a couple beers, maybe. Maybe some nachos. French fries. Rainbow cake. If you guys watch the vlog, you'll understand. That was ABR. Alright, let's go. took me about an hour and a half-ish. I ended up leaving a little bit later than I needed to for work. I had to get shit together. So anyways, here, just waiting to park. So, Nikk and Nettey are inside. They're already probably boozing it up and eating and laughing it up, having a great ass time. My ass is hurting. I've been sitting down so long today. But whatever. I'm about to have an amazing night. I know for a fact. Okay, can't forget where I parked. 6C, which is kind of easy to remember because it's 6C, just like I'm 6C, very 6C. Yeah. All right, let's get into the game. Or anything. I did. $14 Modelo, but I don't want to get back up. Found Nettey and Nikk ready for a good game. USA! Halftime, US is up 1-0. It seems like I don't want to. Alright everybody, it was a great game. US won their game but ultimately lost the tournament because Australia blew out Brazil. So
the back of mine's too long.
Oh, you guys are done? Alright. So before I was rudely interrupted, as always, you've been awesome. Don't ever change. Have a good night.